Welcome to JazzTime.com. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you want to know the price of the watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'll buy a watch from JazzTime.com once in a while. Today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Datejust 36. This is the model number 126234. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. So jumping right into the dial configuration I currently have in my hand here is the white dial with Roman numerals for the hour markers. The Roman numerals themselves are fashioned in 18-karat white gold, so these are all white gold hour markers, including the crown logo at the 12 o'clock position. That's also in white gold. Hour hand, minute hand, seconds hand, no luminosity located here. They're all white. They're all white gold. This follows a typical Datejust architecture, as you can see. Crown at the 12 o'clock position. At the 3 o'clock position, there is the date window with the Cyclops lens protruding from the top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. Of course, this is one of the most basic of the Datejust. There are also other color variations for the dial itself. There's blue, black, silver, pink, aubergine, which is a purple cell. Also available in the mother of pearl. And if the hour markers are up to par as well, you can also get them in the index hour markers, which are luminous, meaning that they do glow in the dark for up to 8 hours, so you can read the watch at night as well. As specifically for this version with the Roman numerals, you will not be able to read during the night because there is no luminosity located on any of the hour markers or the hour and minute hand. There's also the more luxurious option as well, which has the diamond hour markers. So where you can see the hour markers at the moment, all filled with diamond hour markers. It'll still keep the crown logo at the 12 o'clock position, however. Alright. But besides that, taking a closer look at the text, you can see the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust name at the 12 o'clock position. At 6 o'clock position, we have the superlative chronometer officially certified, meaning that this watch is within Swiss specs of the -4 + 6 seconds a day. And of course, on the very outer edge of the dial, we have the sort of railroading tracks, as some people call it, which indicates small indices behind each hour marker as well. Of course, that's also similar to elapsed time of each minute indice as well around the dial. Okay. Moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is just a simple white gold fluted bezel. As you can see, captures light very nicely. As I shift it around in the light box, you can see it sort of shines in various areas, but also has a nice contrasting shadow with it as well to bring out more of that shine. And that really makes helps make the face more interesting to look at. Opposed to the other version, the sort of more less luxurious version, where it's just a simple dome bezel. That's just a flat dome bezel that just shines in a circular pattern. I don't have the specific size for that dome bezel. I do have a 31 millimeter version. You can see this is what a dome bezel looks like versus a fluted bezel. You can see that the oh, there you go. So you can see that fluted bezel captures light much more nicely than the dome bezel. The dome bezel is just a simple reflection all around. So well worth it to get a fluted bezel version instead. Moving on to the case now. The case is nicely high polished on the top of the lugs and the bottom of the lugs. Side of the case as well is nicely high polished, as this is the newer style 36s. This is, as the model number states, the 126. The previous model was a 116234. They've done a few adjustments similar to what they've done to the adjustments on the Datejust, now even on the Submariner, where they've actually reproportioned the case. So this is 36 millimeters in diameter from my finger to my thumb. But from the side profile view of the case itself has been slimmed down a bit as well, and the lugs themselves have been slimmed down a bit. Of course, the crown actually, this one doesn't have any crown protectors, but if it did, it would be slimmed down as well. But on this side, you can see very beautiful high polishing next to the crown. This side, beautiful high polish as well. So, show you the crown now. The crown is marked by an underlining indentee, meaning that this watch is a twin lock double waterproofness system. I'm going to show you how the crown functions work by simply unwinding the crown counterclockwise as shown. I'm going to actually move that hand out of the way first before I do that. So let me go ahead and shift the hand out of the way. All right, so in the standard position, this is where you can wind a watch from a dead stop. About 15 to 20 winds is all you need to get the watch started once more. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the date instantaneously at the 3 o'clock position, as you see, very quickly, very easily. Pulling the crown out to the final position will stop the hacking movement of the seconds hand. As you see, it stopped right before that 1 o'clock position. And you'll be able to adjust the hands bidirectionally as shown, just at the time however you like. Alright, pushing the crown back in, we'll start that seconds hand once more. And always make sure to screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep your watch water resistant. Specifically for this watch, this Datejust watch is 100 meters or 330 feet. Moving on to the bracelet now. The bracelet is a Jubilee style bracelet. It is available on both styles, meaning that it's available on the Oyster style bracelet and the Jubilee style bracelet. The Oyster style bracelet is more the sportier style with the 3-piece links. The Jubilee is this beautiful dressier style. Matches very nicely with the fluted bezel. 5-piece links. Outer of the 5-piece links are nicely sand finished, while the center 3 links are nicely high polished to contrast against that brush finish to bring more shine out. As you can see, pattern matches even through the clasp itself and onto the other side as well. Beautiful tapering from the first link down to the back before it plateaus out. So it has a nice proportional view overall from the front face. As you can see, as I hold it just like that, you can see the proportion looks very, very, the proportions look very, very nice. Instead of just being sort of a beef jerky strap that goes straight throughout in that one sort of sizing. Going back to the clasp here, unfortunately Rolex has stopped the sort of concealed folding crown clasp, which used to be a Jubilee style links all throughout with only the crown showing to open up the folding clasp, but they deemed it necessary to have the Oyster style clasp instead. As a much more they think it's a much more elegant look, and it's just much easier to use. As you can see, it simply opens up just by tugging at the top of the clasp. And then here's the high polished clasp blades here with the Rolex name embossed beautifully on that clasp blade. Alright, specifically for the back of the clasp, we have the easy style link. As you can see, you'll be able to adjust with a specifically for a tool portion, you'll be able to adjust 5mm increments outwards or inwards. But specifically for the easy link, basically you can see from you heard that snap. This first link here can actually pop out and extend as so you can wear it like this, where the link is popped out from its position. And then you can see, actually you see this little mark indency right here, right between the link. That's actually where this link sits on top of it on itself and closes 5mm inwards. So what that means is that if your wrist gets a little bit too tight during hot days, you're walking around the mall and your wrist swells up a little bit, then you'll be able to give your wrist a little more breathing space, but also close it up when that time passes as well. It's a cold, you're cold in the air conditioned area and your wrist doesn't swell up, and the wrist and your watch starts moving too erratically on your wrist. Then you can tighten it up so it doesn't move around so much. So it's a nice little feature to have to be able to use on demand when you need. Okay, so moving on to the movement now. So the movement is updated movement as well. It is housed in this Oyster case backing. As you can see, beautiful Oyster case back with a nice high polish around the outer edge bordering with a satin finish on the part that sits on your wrist. The movement itself is a 3235 movement. It is updated from the 3135, which was the previous predecessor's movement, which was a tried and tested movement for over 3 decades. But now Rolex has deemed it necessary to update the movement and also add more in-house made parts for the movements for more efficiency as well. So specifically this movement, the 3235 that this watch has, is still a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement, has a precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day, which is within Swiss specs as Rolex double tested movements. The functions of the movement is simply the hour, minute, and seconds hand, the instantaneous changing of the date, and also stopping of the seconds hand, as I've shown you with the crown functions. Also, there's a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, which helps against resistance against magnetism. But also the shock absorbers have been replaced by Rolex in-house made shock absorbers. So it used to be a KIF shock absorbers, which was the industry standard but now it's a high performance paraflex shock absorbers, as Rolex calls it. They claim it absorbs 50% more shocks than those KIF shock absorbers. The escapement is also different as well. It's called the Chronogy escapement, which means it's a skeletonized escapement wheel, of course, made by Rolex. The material it's made out of is a nickel phosphorus. The nickel phosphorus pairs with a paramagnetic blue perichrome hairspring and aiding against resistance against magnetism. As if your watch gets magnetized, it causes it to run erratically, usually the cases of it running too quickly. So that's a helpful thing to think of, have. But also the Chronogy escapement being skeletonized helps with the reduction of inertia and helps keep more precise timekeeping. But also with the energy efficiency that this watch gains, it moves it from a 48-hour power reserve, which was from the 3135, to now the 70-hour power reserve, which this has, the 3235. Meaning that you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Monday afternoon when you're going back to work, or Monday morning when you're going back to work, and you'll be keeping time just fine. Okay, now let me show you this watch on my wrist. So I'm going to locate that folding oyster clasp, open it up, close it up. So you can see still a little bit of room. I have an average man size wrist of a 7-inch wrist, and you can see fits very nicely on my wrist. Doesn't look too big, doesn't look too small. Honestly, this could really go for a unisex watch. Ladies can wear this, as some ladies are starting to take their boyfriend's watches and wear a little bit larger watches than the standard like 28s and 31s. They're sort of moving on to the 36s and 38s as well. But as you can see, even if with this plain white dial with Roman numerals, it still looks fantastic. The fluted bezel carrying it with a nice shine to the face of the watch, with the high polished lugs on the top and the bottom of the case. Like I said, the profile has been changed. It's been slimmed down a little bit and doesn't sit too high off the wrist. You can see Jubilee bracelet, also very gorgeous as well, with the high polished links down the center, satin finish on the outer edges, going to even the clasp. I mean, it does look like a nicer choice with the oyster style clasp. It looks like it's much more in proportion. As you can see, just a sliver of the bracelet to the top, sliver of bracelet to the bottom, nicely framed in the center is that oyster style clasp with that satin finish on the outer edges, high polish down the center. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at jazztime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. And if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.